people become watchers.
I say, let's do something together, not learning from the past experience of the West. Yes, it's interesting to read the Negri's book, but it's not the problem. The problem is doing something together, something about loneliness, something about fear of the future, something...
Bifo さんなんですけども、彼はその70年代のイタリアの社会運動の中でメディアアクティビストとしていろんなことをされた人です。でその当時のイタリアの状況というのは一部の人たちだけがその力を持ち言葉を発することができるという状況だったんですね。でビフォーさんはそれはおかしいだろうというふうに考えるたくさんの若者や女性たちと一緒に自由ラジオという電波ジャックですね、ラジオ電波をジャックするという形でラジオ局を開いて、でそのイタリアの70年代の社会運動の中ですごく人々をつながらせる、情報を共有するっていう点で大きな仕事をした方です。
Generally in the West, but especially in Italy, the economic power and the political power have been strongly connected with the media power, and as you know, the main expression of capitalist power in Italy and of the political aggression against society is a man called Berlusconi. This man is a media man, a financial power, and at the same time the expression of the fascist political power coming back in the country. In the 70s, media activism was small free radios. Young people were understanding the potency of technology, and movement, technology, communication were joined in the same form of political consciousness and behavior. But in the 80s, in the 90s, Italian society and the Western society in general have changed deeply, because social solidarity has been destroyed by the continuous bombing of advertising and commercial media. So in the 90s and during the last decade, the problem of media activism has changed, and the tools, the technology of media activism have changed. Diffusion of the internet during the 90s has been has produced an important change in the mediascape, in the global mediascape. At the same time, the consciousness of the importance of the media in the social struggle has become a central force of the new movements. The experience of Telestreet in Italy was the reaction against the power of television in the political landscape of the country. In 2002, some groups of old and young media activists decided to react against the power of commercial TV, against the big concentration of financial and media power. We tried to launch a wave of micro station in every street, in every building, in every neighbor of the country. It was a wonderful experience, a very important experience for many young activists learning to use the media for a social and political and cultural goal, and not for economic goals. It has been a beautiful experience, but we lost. We have not won. Berlusconi won the next election again.
7月に洞爺湖で G8 がありました。で G8 っていうのは、世界の中のほんの一部の金持ちの国の首脳が集まって世界中のいろいろなことを決めてしまっていると。でそれはおかしいじゃないかっていうふうに考える人たちが、年々増えてきてて、で、G8 が開催される各地でこう毎年その対抗運動っていうのを組織してきているんですけれども、今年は洞爺湖でそれが行われるっていうことで、Bifoさんを今回その枠の中で一緒に考えられたらということでお呼びしました。
Well, I want to understand something more of the media activist culture. I am not satisfied by the idea that media activism is only a political way of creating more information. I think it means something more difficult to understand. The experience of media activism by the point of view of the production of subjectivity. This is my problem. Production of subjectivity is not only political fight, is not only political organization, is something much deeper, is something much more complicated, and this is what I want to understand. I think that the main task of media activism, of artistic activism, is to understand, to interpret, to express what is hidden in the daily life, is to transform daily suffering in subjectivity, consciousness, political expression, solidarity. This is the real task of media activism. Well, in my experience, in the experience of the free radios in Italy, for instance, the starting point is a situation where people are overwhelmed by a white noise of information coming from everywhere, screens in the street, TV in the house, the bosses crying in your ears when you are in the working place. This is the daily life of people. We don't speak, we only are forced to listen. And we only can answer yes, yes, yes to advertising, to the boss, to the family, and so on and so on. Well, the starting point of social liberation and also of personal liberation is the creation of an active relationship of communication. Create your own media. This is not television, radio, internet. It's saying no to the boss, saying no to advertisement. If you have the ability to say no once, then you start to be a medium for the others. Then you are communicating something to the others. For instance, the main problem today is the problem of hyperconsumption. We don't live, we don't have time, but we can go to the outlet and buy. What is well-being? What is richness? What is wealth? What is happiness? Happiness is not having and having and having. Happiness is being, is the ability to look at the others, to speak with the others, to be a medium of freedom in a very basic, in a very elementary, in a very daily way. This is the meaning also of direct action. Direct action is say no. No is the beginning of yes to life, yes to freedom of living your time as your time.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay.
Like this.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Bifo.
This is cable TV.
Yeah.
I understand. In Osaka.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.